If you're not wearing jewelry, you're missing out on an entire dimension of style. I'm serious, you could be wearing the perfect outfit and everything dialed in, but if you don't have these finishing touches, you're playing at like 80% of your potential. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to unlock the next level with 2 important additions to your wardrobe. I've partnered with LOUPN and AKASHI KAMA to break down how Korean crafted sterling silver jewelry and Japanese American Noragi jackets can transform how you approach getting dressed. And here's the thing, this isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about elevating who you already are. Whether you never worn a single piece of jewelry in your life or never heard of a Noragi jacket, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to style both. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with LOUPN. Every single piece you're seeing here is handcrafted in Seoul, South Korea by 3rd generation jewelers using 0.925 sterling silver, which is basically the highest quality of silver jewelry you can buy. I'm going to talk about 4 essential jewelry pieces today. The first 2 are these rings, the level up ring and the rectangular black onyx ring. Then a bracelet and a necklace, both from the same Ehwa Floral collection. My relationship with jewelry has changed throughout the years. I used to be really uncomfortable wearing jewelry back in the day, especially high school and college, because I always thought it had to be super flashy or basically invisible. But what I learned is the right pieces, especially if they're minimal and intentional like these, they elevate anything I wear. Let's start with the rings. Starting off with my favorite ring that I wear every single day, the level up ring. The name says it all. It's substantial enough to make a statement, but clean enough to work with anything in your wardrobe. It has the right amount of texture and design to draw the eyes in. Now, this rectangular black onyx ring is where it gets interesting. I love how that black stone contrasts against the silver and that rectangular face keeps it interesting. If you're new to rings, just start with one. I'll go with the level up ring on your index or ring finger. Once this ring feels natural, add the black onyx ring on your ring finger, either on your right hand or your left hand. I'm married, so I wear my wedding ring on my left hand ring finger, of course, and then my level up ring I like to wear on my left or hand index finger. And when I wear my black onyx ring, I like to wear it as is like this. Keep it simple and just wear it either on my pointer finger or my ring finger. Keeps it simple and interesting without overdoing it. Watch how these work with any outfit. T-shirt and jeans, instantly more intentional. A little bit more elevated outfit for a date night. The subtle detail shows you actually think about how you present yourself and something your partner will appreciate. However, there's generally no wrong way to style these pieces because they're never over the top. Rings are just the building blocks, so let's move on to the bracelet and see what you can wear on the wrist. Alright, let's talk about the Ehwa Floral bracelet. What's interesting about this bracelet is how light and refined it feels, unlike one of those heavy, chunky pieces that constantly remind you it's there. If you're wearing a light sweater or long sleeve shirt, don't forget to roll it up just a bit to show a bit of the bracelet. The sterling silver gives it quality without unnecessary weight, and it moves very naturally on the wrist. Also, if you have a watch, wear it on the opposite wrist for balance without feeling heavy or overwhelming. Also, peek at that subtle floral design. It adds just enough detail without being too boring. Moving on to the Ehwa Floral pendant necklace. Same collection, but notice how they gave this one a matte finish instead of polished. That's intentional. The contrast between the polished bracelet and matte necklace creates visual interest without the pieces competing for attention. The length here is perfect. It sits right at that sweet spot where it's visible when I'm wearing a tank top, but doesn't get hidden when I'm wearing an open collar or an unbuttoned shirt. The pendant size is exactly right too. I tried other sizes and this one is the one I usually go back to. This is the kind of piece that works whether you're wearing it over a plain white tee or letting it sit against your chest with a partially unbuttoned shirt. And when we get to Noragi jackets like this one, you'll see how this necklace becomes the central focus point and ties everything together. So here's my complete LOUPN setup. 2 rings, 1 bracelet, and 1 necklace. What's brilliant about these LOUPN pieces is that because they follow the less is more philosophy, nothing fights for attention. Each piece has its moment, but they all work as a system. You could wear any of these alone and look put together, or wear all 4 and still not look overdone. Quick tip, sterling silver does tarnish if you don't wear it very often, but it is very easy to clean. The best way to avoid tarnishing is to actually wear it regularly, but if you leave it out and it starts tarnishing, hit it with a polishing cloth or a toothbrush with some baking soda. It takes about 30 seconds and it's good as new. This is what I mean when I say you're missing out if you're not wearing jewelry. These aren't just accessories but tools for expressing yourself and showing that you pay attention to details. And with LOUPN, you're not just buying jewelry. You're investing in pieces handcrafted by 3rd generation Korean jewelers that really care about their craft. But trust me, once you feel the quality difference of real sterling silver, you'll understand why the details matter. Speaking of details that matter, next let me show you these Noragi jackets from AKASHI KAMA, where they source source their fabric directly from Japan. Now let's talk about something that might be completely new to you. Noragi jackets from AKASHI KAMA. I've been wearing their pieces for the last 4 to 5 years, and every piece they drop is always so unique and beautifully made. If you've never heard of AKASHI KAMA Noragi jackets before, think of it as this perfect fusion of Japanese workwear tradition and American streetwear sensibility. As I said before, every AKASHI KAMA Noragi jacket is made with premium Japanese fabric and made here in Los Angeles. The founders actually go to Japan every single year to source all their fabrics from a Japanese supplier, so they always come out with amazing colorways and interesting patterns that you won't see anywhere else. What makes these jackets special is how they took the traditional Noragi jacket and then adapted it for modern wear. For example, tapered sleeves in a modern collar shape that works for everyday styling. And see these ties with the golden metal details? These are what makes these jackets so interesting and fun to wear. While traditional Noragis were always tied, today you got options. Tie them straight in the middle with an even bow, tie them on each respective side, or keep it open and let them hang. Each method completely changes the vibe of the jacket, so it's fun to play around and see what works best for your look. Also, a quick tip, roll up the sleeves. Not only does it change up the look, it helps you show off the jewelry we talked about earlier. Rolled sleeves frame your wrist perfectly, and it lets that silver ring and bracelet really shine. Next, let me show you the Noragis and how I styled them. This technical black Noragi is made from a Japanese technical twill that has this amazing feel to it. It's substantial enough to be a real jacket, but light enough to layer. Also, the black colorway makes this piece super versatile, so you really don't need to overthink styling this jacket. First up, tank top underneath, paired with some light wash denim and sneakers. This is my go-to for spring or summer. It keeps it breathable and relaxed, perfect for those hot days when you still want to look put together. When it gets colder, throw it over a hoodie. You get the warmth you need, but the Noragi adds an extra layer of intentional style instead of just wearing a hoodie by itself. And when you need to dress it up for a nice dinner date or event, layer it over a button down and wear some dressier pants and loafers. Instantly more polished, but still has that edge that makes it interesting. Now this earth patchwork Noragi has a completely different vibe, but has the same versatility. This Japanese patchwork design is so unique and adds that visual interest without being too loud. I love wearing this as a statement piece, so underneath I always go with a white tank or tee and clean denim. It's perfect when you want to stand out a bit and bring more attention to your outfit without trying too hard. Now this arrow crewneck isn't a Noragi, but it's another example of how AKASHI KAMA blends Japanese design with Western styling. It's my second most worn piece after the Noragi because it's super soft and comfortable, but also this arrow pattern adds so much depth compared to a plain sweater. Whether it's fall or winter, I love wearing this piece on its own or as a layering piece under a jacket to show just a hint of pattern and depth. I get tons of compliments whenever I wear that one, and the color and fit just fits my style. What I really want you guys to understand is that these AKASHI KAMA pieces really give a new dimension to your wardrobe. You already have the plain white tees, jacket, and pants that will pair perfectly. It's about taking what you have and adding these Japanese crafted, LA made pieces that bring something unexpected but completely wearable to your style. So there you have it. That's how you style LOUPN's sterling silver jewelry and AKASHI KAMA's Noragi jackets and knitwear. These are the kinds of pieces that don't just upgrade your wardrobe, they change the way you think about getting dressed. A huge thank you for LOUPN and AKASHI KAMA for sponsoring this video. Don't forget I added the discount code in the description below for both brands if you're interested. Let me know in the comments which piece caught your eye, whether it's the level up ring or this earth patchwork Noragi or the arrow crewneck sweater. And as always, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.